Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. I'm bringing you so many new products just lately. You must be spoilt for choice, and yet again today I'm bringing you another fabulous and lovely bundle. So I've used the Quiet Meadow bundle for this one. Again, another beautiful sweet bundle that I think I will be using quite a lot of. I am a big fan of these kind of stamps, the sort of textured stamps, beautiful flower. I really like it. I think it's going to be great fun. It comes with dies, and these are Meadow dies. Look at all of those, just beautiful. So I've used these. This one here is this, and then I've also used that one for the sentiment. But as you can see, there are lots of options here and some tiny little leafy ones too. There's 3 of them, so making it a lot easier when you come to wanting to die cut several things. And again, butterflies, 2.5 and a full butterfly. And I think that would work quite well with the Dandy Garden Suite as well. I know it has its own dies, but I think you probably could incorporate that one with that too. Lots of fun. But again, I wanted to show off more of the products than my projects, because projects are projects. So it is just a simple gift bag. Again, you could stuff this with some tissue paper and fill it with a really nice gift. But it was more just a bag. And again, using the In Good Taste DSP that has been carried over, which I'm really pleased about and I think works really well. And fine art ribbon. So again, mixing up the sweets here, but it just adds a tiny bit. And some new gems too. I think they're new gems, or they might be returning gems from previous. Silver and clear epoxy essentials. You get like a teardrop, a diamond and a circle, clear and silver. So they're really good. Right, let's make this because it's dead simple, but it's just nice to decorate. And I like as well that you can add a pop of colour with your little banner here. Right, so I'm going with this lovely wood effect. Really like this. So for this one then, you're going to need some DSP that is 12 inches by 7.25 or 18.5 by 30.5 centimetres. So on the long side, we're going to score at 3.5, 5 3/4, 9.25 and 11.5. And in centimetres, that will be 9, 14.5, 23.5 and 29. And on the short side, we are going to score at 2.25, which is 5.5 centimetres. Okay. Fold and burnish. As I say, this is quite possibly the simplest way of making a gift bag. Just have to get your measurements right. Okay. Don't forget you always need a little bit for your tab there. And then we're just going to cut up these bottom vertical score lines. And then this tiny one here we're just going to cut away completely because we don't need it. Okay. Adhesive on the strip here. Let's get rid of that because it will stick to everything otherwise. And then as the join there is going to be at the back, we're going to fold those side panels in, then the back, and then just add adhesive to the front. Or the front panel anyway. Make sure it's all sitting square, and then if you can just pop your hand inside and press that adhesive down, and that is your simple bag, but it's all about decorating, isn't it? So I have a strip of grey granite here that is 11 by 5 centimetres, and I'm going to stamp on it with this beautiful big flower here. Clear mount stamp set, which is always I never can quite decide if I prefer clear mount or photopolymer. Photopolymer is ideal because you can see through it, so you can line stuff up. I don't know, I prefer these. I think they're sturdier for some reason. Don't ask me why. So give that a good stamp. And then this is going to sit on my cardstock. Just there. Lovely. Give that a clean. And then I've used my detailed trio round. I always want to call it delicate. Detailed trio punch, just to round those edges. And I have just noticed that when I've stamped, I've pressed a bit too hard, but I'm not concerned because I think my die cut will hide that, to be honest. So I now need my beautiful dies and this pretty, it looks bigger than it actually is. And then my Whisper White, I'm just going to cut off that bit there. So I'm going to just stick that on there and run it through. It should fit in my mini. I'm just going to trim that bit of card off there. So it will fit through my mini Stampin' Cutting and Embossing and all and singing and dancing machine. And if you didn't catch my previous my previous tutorials, I've always had issue with this thing, I don't know why, but I found now that if I push both of my plates over to the left hand side, so they're pushing against this edge, make sure they're lined up, stick my die cut on, offset staggered my plates, but it's also touching that left hand side, feed it through. It does seem to work. Famous last words, it does work every time. So that is my little tip for anybody else having issues as I have with this. Now let me just move this out of the way. Now this die cut is actually quite, not flimsy, that's the wrong word, but it's quite delicate. Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, it is really, really delicate because there are some really fine pieces that you've die cut out, so just treat it gently when you deal with it, and you won't have any issues. Just take your time, there's never any rush with this. And then there's just a couple of bits there I need to pop out. There we go, and that is now die cut. So glue dots, I seem to be using these a lot just lately, but they are amazing. Right, so one glue dot will just sit there, one can sit there, and one can sit there. I then need dimensionals because this one is going on dimensionals. Turn it over, pop my pretty die cut on. In fact, I need to just work it so that it hides that little bit of ink. And then I'm flipping it back over now because I need my minis to just, now will it just fit one there? Just to give it a little bit of support really. One there. And can I get one on there? Might have to cut this one. Where are my glue scissors? So I'm just going to trim this one just enough to fit there. And I mean, I have used it on a bit of the card there, but that's okay. Just be gentle when you take the backing off, obviously, that you're not going to pull those thin bits. Take the backings off. go, get off, thank you. And now I'm going to stick this onto my box, or bag even. Just press those down to make sure those dimensionals have stuck. How pretty does that look already? I then want my fine art ribbon. Fine art ribbon to just put on there. And then, oh, how bright is this? Magenta Madness. I love it. So I'm going to go back in here, pop this in. Now, I'm going to do this a bit back to front. Normally you would stamp, line this up and run it through, but as you all know, where did I put that? I have many an issue lining stuff up. Now, again, this is where my discussion with photopolymer and clear mount come in, because if you had photopolymer, you'd be able to see through your stamp to line it up straight, whereas you can't with cling. But because I have my issues with this, I don't want to risk my die moving. And yes, I can use post-it notes and low tack adhesive and all manner of stuff, but I'm quite happy to just go like this. Let's put my die away. I have an issue, a real phobia, I'm going to lose dies, especially when there's lots of them. So let's put that away, out of the way. And then back in, and I want my You're Too Kind stamp, which is that one. No, I'm not going to use that block, that would be overkill, wouldn't it? Back with my Memento, and yeah, I'm just going to be super brave. Oh, you see, that's what happens when you're super brave. You line it up perfectly, but you get extra ink across the top. Oh bother, never mind. We can always add embellishments and stuff, can't we? I mean, that's what we do. I'm going to leave it for now though, because I'm not going to redo it. Okay, so I'm going with, yay, my Terran tape. I love my Terran tape. Right, so small strip of my Terran tape on there. I love this stuff for holding ribbon down. I just think it is amazing. Right, so that's going to go there. And then I'm going to put some on the back of here too. And then this is going to go on here. Wow, that pink looks fab. I love that. And then, like I said, I just added a few of these gems just for, well, just because I can, really. It doesn't matter, as I say, there's teardrops, there's rounds, and there's, I might just add the teardrops this time, actually. So I'm going to pop one there. It's just because I've picked them up awkwardly that I've turned the box round, bag round. There we go. Those are my Quiet Meadow gift bags. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.